Another Democratic Congress member has entered the 2020 presidential race.
I stand before you as the granddaughter of an iron ore miner, as the daughter of a teacher and a newspaperman, as the first woman elected to the United States Senate from the state of Minnesota, to announce my candidacy for President of the United States.
How you feeling about Klobuchar 2020, man? How you feeling about it? How you feeling?
I'm not feeling anything. I'm not feeling anything. I'm trying to figure out, like, how she felt that she was a viable candidate and why she felt she was a viable candidate. So how and why? Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like how did this, like, thought process play out? And, like, how did this thought process play out with her advisors in determining her viability to run for president? Like, what are they looking at? That's my first question. Like, what are they looking at? What kind of numbers are they looking at? So, because running for president is both expensive and time consuming and energy consuming.
Well, so one, and we've talked about this before, you have to look at where she comes from. She comes from Minnesota. Minnesota is one of those Midwestern states that Hillary Clinton failed to carry in 2016. And a lot of that is suspected to be because she failed to do a lot of campaigning there. So we went to Donald Trump. So Senator Amy Klobuchar, she has won her elections by wide margins. She's in her third term as a United States Senator. And she does build herself as somebody that gets things done and can get things done through bipartisanship as well. While making her presidential announcement, Klobuchar stated that in her first 100 days in office, she would, quote, reinstate the clean power rules and gas mileage standards and put forth sweeping legislation to invest in green jobs and infrastructure, end quote. She also said that she rejoined the International Climate Agreement on day one. So she is, you can say that she's firmly on the side of, you know, we have to do something about climate change. I believe she supports the Green New Deal. So that's one of her, I guess, progressive issues. On most other issues, you wouldn't really say that she's progressive. Now, in normal Democratic, you know, kind of positions, if you're talking about gun control, if you're talking about abortion, she falls in line right with that, you know, that mainstay position with the Democratic Party. But on other issues, controversial issues, Klobuchar has historically stayed away from them. So this is from Vox. She hasn't signed on to Senator Bernie Sanders' Medicare for All or $15 minimum wage proposal. She supports universal health care and reducing drug prices more generally. Her views on trade are more middle of the road. Her answer to college affordability wasn't making tuition free, but rather a student loan refinancing proposal called the RED Act. On immigration, she was part of a bipartisan group of senators who tried to reach a compromise with Trump. And as Sanders, Warren, Harris, and Booker compete with progressive bills to combat inequality, Klobuchar is touting a proposal she sponsored with Republican Senator Ben Sasse that would allow people to use tax-advantaged savings accounts to pay for educational expenses like skills training. Again, on a host of progressive issues, well, not issues, but on a host of progressive proposals, she is basically silent. And the thing about using like tax advantage savings accounts and repurposing them for other needs, like skills training, stuff like that, that's your proposal to do something about education. You know that not everybody has tax advantage savings accounts, right? You know that a lot of poor people don't really make use of that, right? Can't really make use of that, right? That's tone deaf.
Well, like, I think what people are touting as some sort of strength is actually pointing to a weakness. You know what I mean? Like, this whole idea that she can work with the other side, she can compromise, she can reach across the aisle. What that tells me is she has no backbone, and kind of her position on those matters kind of illustrate that. She really has no backbone, and she's kind of trying to focus on specific, I guess, progressive issues in order to get her foot in the door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just seems like a kind of a pandering type approach. Like, hey, I'm going to make note and give attention to these things, which I know progressives will like, just to get my foot in the door. But all these things over here, yeah, I don't really care about those things.
So on other issues, Klobuchar, she supports allowing states to legalize marijuana, but she has not supported descheduling marijuana at the federal level or supporting, legalization at the federal level.
That's half-assed.
Half-assed. Criminal justice reform, I believe, she supported the First Step Act, which was recently just passed, but in terms of other measures, don't really know where she stands. She did support the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2019.
Wait. See, at least Kamala Harris and Tulsi Gabbard changed their vote.
Yeah.
Because they knew they were running.
Oh, yeah, she supported it. She could
at least, just vote nay on that just because she's running for president. But she didn't even do that. She didn't even make it. She didn't even want to give the appearance.
And she said that she would not accept any corporate PAC money for her presidential campaign. I like that these candidates that are running in 2020, Booker, Gillibrand, Harris, and now Klobuchar, they're distancing themselves from that corporate PAC money. But there's a big but, okay? There's a big but, at least as it concerns Klobuchar. Again, she's a 3-term senator. She's in her 3rd term right now. She just got reelected in the midterms, 2018. This is from CNBC. Of the $8 million Klobuchar raised in the last election cycle, $1.9 million came from PACs that represent industries ranging from agriculture to lobbying. So just last year, just a few months ago, okay, you were taking that corporate money. You were eating all that corporate money up. $1.9 million, right? But now that you want to run for president, you feel like it's not appropriate?
Oh, no. I don't think that's the right word. I don't think that's the right word to use. You said she doesn't feel like it's appropriate.
Okay. Doesn't look.
Yeah. See,
doesn't look like it's appropriate.
I think it's clear, based on money she's already taken, that she doesn't mind taking court. She doesn't mind taking corporate money.
Doesn't mind at all.
So I don't think it's a matter of feeling. I think it's a matter of how she understands how it looks.
Right.
She understands how it looks. How you going to take the money, and then once you have the money, say, you know what?
I'm running for higher office now.
I'm gonna show some integrity by not taking any more money.
Does the money that she has already received from corporate interests, does it have an expiration date? You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. Apparently it does. Apparently it's this money, even though it's in your bank account, or even though it's in your campaign's bank account,
right?
At X date, it will not influence you. It won't influence you, even though it's still there. Even though you can use it, it won't influence you.
So if she doesn't take any money during this election cycle for this campaign, does that mean other money that she has already received? Does that mean that it's null and void now? Oh yeah, we can forget that. We can forget that handshake agreement that we had. Forget all of that.
Again, the only way that this would be kind of a genuine appeal for her to make is if she gave the damn money back.
Ooh, but I don't think she can do that.
Oh, hell no.